Hello guys, I'm Rox, and in this video I have a challenge for you. And hopefully you will feel like you are planning a heist too. This is gonna be tougher for some people than others because it depends on servers, and I'm not gonna lie, that luck is a factor here. However, we will negate luck as much as we can with these steps I'm going to give you. And guys, you are not forced to do this like to prove yourself or something. This is just a challenge or an idea for you to do in the future. And you should only do this when you are comfortable with your resources. And of course, if you have a friend, everything will be much easier. So without further ado, let me give you all the info to increase your chances of succeeding the Spice Heist. The preparation stage. Here is everything you are gonna need. One assault chopper, one carrier with a thruster, one Sandcrawler, 4 large vehicle fuel cells, one welding torch, any will do, one small flask of water, one thumper, which is optional, your best defensive armor, Shom heavy is pretty nice. In the planetologist skill tree, make Sandcrawler yield level 3, obviously, because it's faster to gather spice, so you are less time at risk. And in the Ben Gesserit tree, get Bindu sprint to level 3. This one is optional, but can be a lifesaver. I'll explain you why later. And one base in the best location in Deep Desert too. We'll also get there in a moment. So first thing you're gonna do is to craft your carrier and your Sandcrawler. Practice stage. While in Agabazin, let's do some essential practice. Don't skip this, as this is important. Assemble your vehicles, even if it's outside of your base, and put just a bit of fuel in each of them. And here I want you to practice a little bit by picking up your crawler with your carrier and then placing it in the ground and parking your carrier next to it. If the carrier is being clunky while landing, just exit the carrier when you are close to the ground and it will land automatically. Also, if your carrier is too high, you cannot catch the crawler, so you have to fly down a little bit so you can grab your crawler. As soon as you enter your carrier, you can press and hold the pickup button, and when the circle gets bigger, you can release the button to grab your crawler. And keep in mind, as soon as you see the cables, you can start moving away or flying up. So find a safe location close to your base for practice, land your crawler again, and park your carrier next to it. And repeat this a couple times if you have to. You want to park close to your crawler because it will be faster for you to switch vehicles. A trick you can do here, guys, is when the crawler is close to the ground, you can release the cables so it lands slightly faster. However, it's not needed. Now enter in your Sandcrawler, and here is 3 important things. First, it's mandatory to press this button to turn on your vacuum for your crawler collect the sand, or else it won't collect the sand. So never forget that. As soon as you enter your crawler, make sure you press the button. Exit and enter your crawler a couple times so you get the use of it. Second thing is that there is 2 ways of farming with your crawler. One way, and the best way, is to move slowly with your crawler, because doing so, you actually collect sand faster. It's like tap forth, tap, tap, tap. Then you do a U-turn, come back, and repeat. It's like the slow and steady wins the race. The second way is to speed up in a straight line and then just press reverse and come backwards without turning. So it's like a real life vacuum. You either go super slowly to the front or you go front and back. And third, when you use your vacuum, your Sandcrawler not only moves slower, but also turns slower.
One eternity later.
So every time you want to turn your crawler, stop the vacuum, accelerate and then turn, and then press backwards, and when it starts to reverse, you turn again, because it turns faster when it's moving. And turning your crawler is faster this way than turning it with it in the same place. A Sandcrawler can hold 50k spice sand, and once it's full, its back will automatically become red. And to finish your practice, and this is situational but extremely important, guys, place your crawler a bit far from your carrier in purpose. You shouldn't farm this far from your carrier, by the way, this is just to give you a better example. Now imagine you are farming this far, living the dream, and then the worm comes. Exit your crawler and then use your Bindu sprint towards your carrier. Enter in your carrier, use the thruster a little bit to gain some acceleration, and keep flying close to the ground so it's easier to pick up your crawler, and as soon you see the cables catching your crawler, use your thruster to get safe from the worm. Practice this a couple times guys for just in case, because trust me, for this situation, this skill can be the difference from keeping your vehicles alive or from losing everything. Remember, I exaggerated the distance, you shouldn't be this far from your carrier. The plan. First step, picking the base location. In the game tools video, where I show you how you can see the deep desert map points of interest, which are spice fields, caves, stations, titanium, etc., you are gonna pay attention to where the most large spice fields are spawning on that week. Let's say if most are spawning in the left side, you are gonna build your base in the left side or in the middle of E sector. This is not only to be faster for you to return to your base, but also for safety reasons. Second step, Spice Heist preparations. In Agabazin, detach the carrier and the Sandcrawler and put the heaviest parts in your assault chopper. Quick note here, if you get full inventory while detaching, the detached pieces will be dropped automatically in the ground. You can even take advantage of this mechanic, let's say, so you can detach the whole vehicle in purpose and then pick up everything from the ground. Place all the detached vehicle parts into a chest, and then you can press R or your respective key, like shown on screen, to filter your chest by volume. So you know you are placing the heaviest parts inside your assault chopper. The rest of the parts will go to your inventory. If you want, you can switch a lighter piece from your inventory by a chassis on your assault chopper, so it's easier for assembling later on. Also, don't forget, in your inventory you must have 1 welding torch to assemble your vehicles, 4 large vehicle fuel cells, 1 small flask of water, and optional 1 thumper. And of course, don't forget to have your best defensive armor equipped in case someone shoots at you. And now another important step, let's store your scout chopper with your vehicle backup tool, preferably with a thruster. Double check if you don't miss anything. And now let's move your assault chopper to your deep desert base and park it inside your base. Step 3, area recognition. Using your scout chopper, find where is an active large spice field. Remember, you can check the game tools map to know the spawn locations. After you find one large field that is somewhat close to your base, you have to do 2 things. You're gonna look for a rock island that's the closest to that large spice field, even if it's a small island. And the other thing, of course, you have to keep an eye on players and their behavior. If you see them just farming, they might be friendly. A note here guys, it's much easier to do this in a dead time, so when people are sleeping, working or at school. Step 4, know when to begin. The best time to leave your base is right after a sandstorm, as this will ensure you will not catch a sandstorm while harvesting the spice. It's already stressful enough doing all by yourself. For this, you can even ask casually in the chat if there is an active sandstorm or any storms recently. If you are lucky, someone might answer, and that answer is valuable info. Step 5, starting the heist. Before leaving base, drink water and make sure you have everything you need in your inventory. Get in your assault chopper and park it in the small rock island that you spotted in area recognition step. This will be a PvP area island and this assault chopper might be a sacrifice. So pretend you already lost it. But don't lose hope, because if all goes well, you can still recover it safely, as people might not even care for a chopper that is parked in a random island. So, once you park there, grab your welding torch, assemble and fuel up your vehicles. Don't forget to fuel them up, as you don't want to waste time to fuel them while you are in the spice field. And from the moment you enter your carrier, you are in a mission, and you are full of determination. If it happens to be there someone friendly, like I got the luck to find someone, you can even ask him to use the thumper away from you to bait the worm. So if something like that happens, just drop the thumper in the sand. Don't do a trade, because dropping is faster and safer for both of you. Now the correct way to harvest the spice, guys, like I mentioned before, is to move slowly with your crawler. Quick reminder again, don't forget to turn on your vacuum. Don't simply press and hold forward like this. It still works, but you collect less sand. So what you want to do is to press forward, tap, tap, tap. And as you can see, a side-by-side comparison, It's like one side is clean and the other is not. For extra safety from the worm, you can do 2 straight lines, and I mean front and back. Of course, if you have a friend helping you, one can be in the carrier and one can be in the crawler, so you can even do like a full straight line, like from one side of the field to the other side. But if you are alone, you don't want to get that far from your carrier. So do a straight line and come back, and once you are close to your carrier, enter your carrier, pick up your crawler and fly for a couple seconds to reset the worm meter, then land and repeat until you're full or happy with what you already have. Keep in mind that every minute that passes, you are taking risks here. But of course, if you are lucky like I am being in this video, as barely anyone in the field, you are more safe from the worm and from the players. And remember, if things go wrong and the worm appears while you are far from your carrier, don't forget to use your Bindu sprint to get in your carrier faster, because at that moment the Bindu sprint will be your lifesaver. For the case that there are more people in the Spice field, even if they are friendly, the worm will be paying visits more constantly. So what you wanna do here is that you will do shorter distance with your crawler. And eventually they will have to go to their base because they have way less inventory than you, so eventually you'll be fine. If bad luck strikes and someone starts shooting rockets at you, your escape plan is to grab your crawler and go straight south. Don't forget to spam and abuse your thruster, but keep in mind to not overeat. It will be tough to survive, so don't waste time going any other direction. The fastest way to get to safety is by heading straight south, guys. Another way that you can use your carrier as a solo or even as a duo, for example, is to bring it to medium spice fields. Although the chances of getting rocketed are much lower than a large spice field, keep in mind that if people spot the carrier, they might be curious to go investigate. Keep in mind, guys, that even if people in the large spice field are friendly, they will keep calling the worm, so have your eyes open all the time. If you can't make longer lines with your crawler, make shorter lines. Adapt to succeed. I did this challenge without a thruster to see if it was possible, and it is possible. If you already did something similar, let me know how you did it and how it went for you. And if you decide to take on this challenge, please let me know if these tips helped you succeed. You don't need to do it today, so take your time. And as always, be careful with the sands of Arrakis.
Hone your skills and harden yourself to the violence you must do to survive. Remember, Arrakis will sharpen you or kill you.
Please consider leaving a like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Rox is out.